Hi, welcome to the world of colors. I'm Colors. Today we're going to be making the Mama Pilgrim in our Pilgrim series. And the first thing we're going to do today is make her hair, which is little ringlets in the front, and she's got a little bun on the back. And we're going to be making that first. But first I'm going to put my supplies back, and I'll be right back with you to get started. So before I put the supplies away, I'm going to tell you what we're going to use. So we're going to use one of these fall picks, little picks. They're not very expensive. We're going to pick up one of those for her. And then some 2-ply jute. And then a 13-inch by 18-inch piece of black fleece that we're going to use for her body. And then a 5 by 5-inch piece of faux fur, any color that you want, for her hair. And then we're going to use two 2x6 pieces of the faux fur for her hair. And we're going to use some 3-ply jute, some pale pink acrylic paint in the brush. I've got these out. We're going to not do the painting in the video. I've already done that. But I wanted to tell you that if you take your 1.5-inch wood balls and glue them to a stir stick and paint them, we're going to paint them with pale pink paint this time, using the fan brush, which is the easiest way to paint these once they're on here, is a fan brush. Then you'll be all ready for the video. And then you want to use some of this brown paper ribbon. We're going to use that to tie off the ringlets, tie little bows on there. We need a 3 by 3-inch piece of the off-white fleece, a 6-inch by 7-inch piece of the off-white fleece, and an 8-inch by 9-inch piece of the off-white fleece. Then we're going to be using some blush, some flat marbles, some polyester fiberfill, some rubber bands, some hairspray, and your glue sticks, and we'll be all set. So I'll get this stuff out of my way, and I'll be right back and make her hair. So to make the hair, we want to take the 5 by 5 piece of faux fur that you have, and you just want to take it, and we're going to glue it up here. We're going to put a little piece of the polyester fiberfill inside, just to fill out the bun a little bit. Put that inside there, and then we'll just glue this up. I'll let that set up for a minute. So I've got that set up there at the top here. Is what we want to do is just take our comb and kind of get this hair down, coming straight down. And just roll it under like that. This part of the hair we're going to glue underneath the bonnet. We're going to glue it all the way to here underneath the bonnet. So we're going to hairspray it, so it all stays underneath like that. And you might want to, while it's drying, just go ahead and give it a few coats. Like that. Now I'll set this aside to dry. And we'll do the ringlets that are coming off the front of her like this. And take that off. So we're going to do, didn't mark them off. We're going to do the fur, we're going to work on going sideways instead of down. And what we're going to do is put a bead of glue going across here to kind of give us a starting point of what we're going to roll down. We're just going to roll it down like this to make our ringlet just nice and tight. Just keep going all the way around like that. And then we'll spray it. Like that. And we'll set those aside and let them dry. And then after we get them dried, we're going to take our brown ribbon. I get this on Amazon, a package of a bunch of different colors for like $7.99. And we're going to take and we're going to tie this around tightly and put a little bow on them, and then they'll be finished. But first we're going to let them dry. And I'll do the same thing with the other one. And that's how you do the hair. And I'll be right back to continue. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was this pick that she holds like a bouquet of flowers in her hand. And the only thing we have to do to that is to wrap it in the 3-ply jute. So we'll just put a little glue on here. And just start wrapping it. Every so often put a little bit more glue. And we'll go all the way to the end with that, and that'll be ready to go. Be right back with you. So the next thing I want to do is take the 3 1.5-inch wood balls. I've got them glued onto the stir stick and painted with the pale pink paint with my fan brush. So I've got them all dried up and ready to go. So what we want to do is spray them with some hairspray. And then just take your blush and add some color to them. I'm going to set these aside and let them dry. And I'll be right back with you. So next I'm going to take the 13-inch by 18-inch piece of black fleece, and we're going to do the body. So you just want to take the 13-inch sides and put them, lay them out together, fold it in half. You got your 13-inch sides here. We're going to glue them together. And I'm going to let that set up. So now you want to pick it up, and I just hold on to the side where you just glued up into the corner, and you just want to gather it all on your fingers like that. Like that, and take your rubber band go around it like that. And then I'm going to take my 2-ply jute and secure it. And then you want to turn it right side out. So just reach down and grab that and pull it this way. And that's what your bottom will look like. That'll be the bottom of the Pilgrim. Then we want to put some flat marbles in the bottom. I've got them all around that stub that we just made. So they're equally around there as best we can. And then we put some polyester fiber fill in there. And we're going to fill it all the way up to the top and then fasten it up the same way we just did the bottom. Gather it up, put a rubber band on it, and then the 2-ply jute. And I'll be right back with you. So I've got this all secure. It's all ready for everything else to go on. I'm going to put the nose on first. I'm going to pop that off my stir stick like that. And it's ready to glue on. I'll find the seam in the back. I just follow up the seam and I'm going to glue it right there in the front. And now let it set up. So I'm making the arms now. This is the first one. I need to tie off the end of it. This end here will be the part that we put on the body. We're going to secure it with some jute. So this arm is finished, and I'll show you how we got it. So we take our arm material, our black fleece. Just want to let that set up. So I've got the 8-inch sides. The 8-inch sides are glued together. And what we want to do is turn it right side out. And then we're going to fill it with polyester fiber fill. I'll get mine filled and I'll be right back with you. So I've got the stuffing in there. I've left a little bit of room on both ends here. And so what I want to do now is to wrap the rubber band around the end where the hands are going to be. So you just want to wrap it around about 3 times, and then glue in your hand, which I popped off the stir stick. And we'll glue in the hand. We want to tuck in our polyester fiber fill a little bit. There we go. And then we glue in our hand like that. And then we can go right ahead and take our 2-ply jute, hold out a little bit of it, maybe 3 inches, like that, and then just wrap it around so we don't see the rubber band a few times. And then we'll tie a bow on it with the ends. Like that. And then the other side of the arm is the part that does get fastened to the body. So we'll put the rubber band around it. And then put a piece of jute to secure it. Now, so what I'm going to do next is to take the 2 arms that we've made and glue them right on like that. We're going to glue them to the back here. You have your seam there, and you just glue one on each side so they're even. You want their seam to be facing down like that. So kind of put it on there ahead of time and make sure your seam is facing down, and you'll know where to put the glue on here. I'm hooked up here. And just put it right in the back of that stub like that. I'm going to let that set up, and I'm going to do the other arm the same way, and I'll be right back with you. So I've got her arms glued on. The next thing I want to do is her apron. So take out your 6-inch wide by 7-inch long piece of off-white fleece. And we're just gonna lay it up there like that. And I'm gonna put a collar on over where I'm cutting right here. But I'm just gonna cut that spot right there out like this. And then we can glue this right on. And then I'm going to take that long piece of off-white fleece that I cut to go around the back here, and I'm just going to glue it in the center of the apron on the side. And bring it all around the back to the other side. We'll glue that in there. And then what I did was I made a little bow out of the off-white fleece. And we're going to put that on here. I'm gonna let all that set up while, and then I'll be right back and we'll be doing the hair. So next we want to take our hair that we did earlier and take that back piece. I've got the back of the pilgrim showing here. And take the back piece of hair and we're gonna glue it on right here. So we'll just put some glue right on this stub here. And pull that hair together that we have and just lay it right on there. So I put a few coats on my hair so it's a little bit stiff. So we'll have that on there like that. And then we want to take the little ringlets, just like that. We want to glue them right on the sides. So I'm going to hold this for a minute and I'm going to hold the back and then I'm going to get this other ringlet glued on and I'll be right back with you to do the bonnet. So for the bonnet we want to take our 8-inch wide by 9-inch high piece of off-white fleece. I've got mine folded here. So we have 4.5 inches that were, it's all folded for 4.5 inches that we're going to cut for the hat. It'll be 4.5 inches high. And we're just going to start at the corner over here. So you can see on my paper, it's kind of the same color, but start at the corner and we're just going to work our way up to the top of the fold there and just cut right across. Like that. And then I'm just going to put some glue all the way around it. Let's see where I was going there. There we go. And lay that right on there like that. And we'll let that set up. So we want to take that hat, the little bonnet, turn it right side out, like that, and put a little polyester fiber fill in it. And then we're going to glue it on, and make sure, like on the back, you want to make sure that that comes right down on top of that line of hair right there. I'm going to go right down like that. I think I'll put a little bit more of this filling in here. We'll just put it like that. And then I'm going to glue the sides, and I'm going to glue it right there to the nose. And then on top of the ringlets. And I'll keep working my way around. I'll be right back with you. So I've got the head all glued on all the way around. And what I want to do is take and put some little ties on her bonnet with the extra material. I made 2 little ties. So I'll put those on there. Like that. Just go underneath like that. Little ties, and then I made a little bow to go over her nose on the front of the bonnet. Like that. And then I'm going to take the rest of the 3x3 piece that I told you about at the beginning, and I'm going to make a little collar for her. If I can get the tape off. I'm just going to fold it in half and just make some little U-shaped pieces here. Cut them in half. So I've got a couple pieces like this. Now I'll glue them on up here. Just some little details. Like that. And then the last thing we want to do is give her her bouquet that she's taking to the feast. And we'll glue it from arm to arm right here on the top of the hand here. And then we'll glue it over here on top of the hand. It'll kind of bring her arms together so they're not just out like that. So I'll get started here on this side. And then after I get that set up, I'm going to bring it over and glue it over here on the other side, and I'll be right back with you. So that's Mama Pilgrim. That's how you make her. And the next video, I'm going to make the children pilgrims. They're really cute and easy to make, and you'll have the whole family. So I want to thank you for coming and watching the video with us today. If you like the video, make sure to like. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.